I think that it's high time for me to tell y'all what I've been up to because I've gotten really lazy and just been posting pictures, and pictures are interesting, and I know a lot of you just want to see them, but I put them all on Facebook anyways. So here we go. Oh, where did I even end the last one? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Okay. So I guess I'll just try and remember interesting things that have happened to me. I don't know if I told you guys yet. I started advanced Spanish a couple weeks ago, and that's been going really well. It's a lot better than intermediate too because it's a lot more focused on talking and conversation, and like we go over grammar, but it's all review, so we don't spend too long on it. And then once we've reviewed it, we immediately have to start speaking in it, which I think is really the best way to learn. Um, Hair. I don't know. There's nothing. I don't know why I did that. My friend Amanda cut my hair, and I love it. And she did a really good job. I was really nervous, and Amanda, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I mean, I've never had my hair cut by someone who wasn't my mom, who is oh god, that's loud. Who isn't my mom as a punishment for cutting my little sister's hair, or the hairdresser. So those it was an experience, but she did such a good job, and my hair looks awesome now. Well, not now, obviously. It looks, well, it's a little bit of a lion theme, but I'm okay with it, because I like lions. Let's see. This past weekend I went to Gualeguaychú, um, which is a pretty cool little town. Wouldn't recommend going there if it wasn't for Carnival, because Gualeguaychú, nothing to do there at all, ever. Teeny tiny little place. Also, kind of sketch. I mean, not in a good way. It was pretty sketch. Um, but we went there. It was really fun. We went for Carnival, which is this big celebration, and it's basically like a few hours of a parade. But then after the parade, there's like a bunch of partying. Well, there's supposed to be. Okay, so here's the idea: is you go for like a weekend and you go crazy and nuts because it's Carnival, and all the costumes are huge and magnificent and wonderful and so cool. Um, but when we went, we weren't actually. We went. So we went and hung out the day, and we just kind of hung out by the river and sat there. Um, and then we went to Carnival, and when we got there, it started pouring rain, like bucketing down. So we weren't really sure if they were going to actually do Carnival because it kind of looked like the parade part, because we were sitting in the stadiums, and it kind of looked like the parade part was flooded. So we just kind of all, like 1,000 of us, went and huddled under the stands until the rain stopped, and then we went back, and Carnival happened, and it was beautiful. Um, and then after Carnival, it started raining again, and a bunch of the performers and the drum line came and took to the streets, and everyone was dancing and walking around in the rain in this tiny town in Argentina, with the drum line and all these people in crazy costumes, and it was really fun. Um, and then it started raining harder, so we broke off because we didn't get a hostel. Um, which worked out better than the last time I elected not to get a hostel, because that time I just slept in an airport. And by slept, I mean sat there miserably. But this time we just went to like a storefront with an awning and watched the rain, hung out. And then the streets started flooding in like a really pretty serious way. That was worrisome. So we started walking to the bus station because our bus left at 6 a.m. So our bus from Buenos Aires left at 7:30, and then we got there around 10 or 11, and then we hung out all day and then all night until our next bus, which is at 6 a.m. But even that was really fun, and it was adventure getting back to the bus station, and we met some cool people. Um, some cool, really drunk people. But I mean, sometimes that's the best way to meet people is when they're drunk. I don't know how much better it gets for some of these people. um, so really fun. Came back. I'm still recovering. I'm in my pajamas right now. It's so cold right now, which is crazy because it's been insanely hot for forever. But it's rained all day here now today. I don't know if you can see. It's my windows or my porch door thing is open because it's so nice out and I wanted all the fresh air. But then it got cold, so I'm just covered up and I'm in bed. Um, you don't need to see that. Oh. This is why I haven't done a text post, because nothing too interesting is happening other than like having a wonderful time living in a foreign country. But it's just normal day-to-day stuff that's, little things that I just get really like unreasonably excited for. Um, like really stupid things. I found this cool little restaurant because, okay, it is impossible to find spicy food here. And that's been the case in all three of my study abroads. In New Zealand, there was no spicy food. In Spain, there was no spicy food. Here, no spicy food. I'm thinking you can only get it if you're like down by the border of Mexico or something. Um, but we found this like little hamburger place called El Peruanito Sandwiches, I think. And you can get these burgers with their special salsa picante, which isn't salsa, it's just a sauce. But it is so spicy. I think they make it with like habanero peppers or something, because it's like we're sitting there just like full on just crying. But they were tears of joy because I was finally getting my, I don't know, I guess masochistic pleasure from eating this severely spicy hamburger. Um, but they also have really good licuados, which is like a smoothie, but a little bit different. I can't really explain how, but a little pretty, somewhat different. Really fresh fruit though, really just good. Um, so those are the kinds of things that just really have been making my life awesome. Just little things, which I think is good. I've got spring break coming up, and that'll be 10 days. And for the last 3 days of spring break, and I think 3 more days after that, my mom and my little sister are coming to visit me. My twin isn't, but she hasn't told me that yet. So, Gracie, I know. I guess you were still trying to figure out if you could or something, but she's actually singing the national anthem at a Suns game, so I won't begrudge her that, and we can hang out when I'm home in a couple months. It's not that big a deal. And I'm really proud of her, and she's just so amazing and talented. So I was going somewhere with that. Oh yeah, but my mom and my little sister are coming to visit, and that'll be a lot of fun. And before that, I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe going to Chile, maybe staying in Argentina, maybe going to Uruguay. But I'll keep you updated when I figure all that stuff out, because it's kind of exciting. Um, so for my friends and family who are watching this and who want to know how I'm doing, I'm really wonderful. I'm having a great time. I miss you all like crazy. But I'll be back in May, and then we can all hang out. And for now, I'm just having a really good time. So I love you all, and for the people who I don't know, but maybe are watching this, I don't know if this is interesting at all to you, but that's my life right now. That's study abroad. It's not always super huge and exciting things. Sometimes it's just little things like finding spicy food in a foreign country that are really awesome and just make you super happy. Also hearing Spanish all the time on the streets and like understanding it, that's been wonderful. I don't want to get my family's hopes up though for like having super in-depth conversations with me when I get back. My Spanish isn't that good. I've really only been studying it for since September is when I really started going for it. But it is improving rapidly from where I started, which is, I remember some of the things I said when I first got to Spain, and it's just humiliating. It's so embarrassing. I obviously have no list for this one. I think I should probably stick to making lists and then talking about each thing. But I think I've hit the major things. I got spring break. Mom and Livy are coming. Gracie's awesome. Went to Waluaichu. Went to Carnival. Found the sandwich place. I don't know if I already said that, but if I did and I just said it twice, it's because it was really exciting for me. I'm really talking a lot about this sandwich place. I love you all. Thank you for watching this, and I'm sorry it's not more interesting.